Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to the Moviegoers Film Review. As usual, I'm your host, Steven Schuler, and today I'd first like to start off by saying I apologize if the audio is a little off today. A friend of mine is doing a film project, and he needed to borrow my mic, so I lended it to him for a little bit. With that out of the way, today's episode we are going over the film The Centurion, directed by Neil Marshall. To give you an idea, the film Centurion is actually about a historical event, the fall of the Ninth Legion. Back during the time where the Roman Empire actually controlled part of Britannia, which is now Great Britain, there was a period in which they were doing a push forward into what is now today Scotland. Well, their push came to a halt when the Scottish farmers started fighting back with a severe ferocity, plus on top of that, the Scottish winter didn't exactly make things easy. Well, the film actually starts out from the point of view of a member of the Northern Garrison, not the Ninth Legion. Well, the Northern Garrison is attacked, and he gets captured when it's discovered that he can speak their language. While a POW, he finds a way to escape and run away. This causes him to run into the Ninth Legion. Well, it turns out the Ninth Legion is on its way to the Scottish village where one of the Scottish leaders happens to be. This also happens to be the same village where the member of the Northern Garrison was actually being held. So now he goes right back into the lion's den. Now, I won't give away what happens, but needless to say, you haven't even made it to the halfway point of the film yet. Well, the Ninth Legion falls and there's only a few survivors remaining, and their first order of business is they're trying to go after their commander who's taken hostage. Well, there's another section of spoilers here that I won't give away, but let's just say another series of events happened that put the entire surviving squad of the Ninth Legion on the run from a hunting party, led by a very, very sadistic woman. Now from here on, it's one big spoiler fest, so I can't really say much about what happens once they go on the run because I don't want to give anything away for you. You need to watch it for yourself. Now, to give you an idea of just how good this film is, and if you really need a better reason to watch it other than it really is a wonderful movie, let me tell you the cast. Starting off, we have Michael Fassbender, Dominic West, J.J. Field, Lee Ross, David Morrissey, Liam Cunningham, Noel Clarke, Dmitry Leonidas, Riz Ahmed, Ulrich Thompson, Olga Kurylenko, Dave Legino, Axela Caroline, and Imogen Poots. Now, to give you an idea, this film is not a complete gore fest, but it is a bloody and violent movie. After all, it's a war film that takes place during the time when Rome had control of part of Britannia. There is the actual battle scene involving the fall of the Ninth Legion, amongst other battles later on in the film. The film is not exactly short on bloodshed, but as I said before, it's not a gore fest. Now, one thing you need to keep in mind while watching this film is if you pay close attention, you'll realize there aren't really any villains in the film per se. They're mostly just a lot of victims who are taking their frustrations out on other people. Now, a lot of people would say that's kind of a closed-minded way of thinking it, but if you pay attention to the people that are actually going after the Romans, part of their reasons are actually fairly justified. And the Romans, they're not exactly in the wrong either. They are basically the people caught in the middle. So, like I said, there really are no villains, just a lot of victims fighting each other. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as usual, I'm your host, Steven Schuler, and this has been another episode of the Moviegoers Film Review. But before I let you go, I wanted you to know something. While I was doing research for this film, I kept hearing a strange noise coming from outside my window. And if you want to know the funny story about what actually happened, what it turned out was outside my window, click this link right here. This is a link to a whole other video of what I recorded outside the window of my editing lab. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Steven Schuler. Thanks for watching. See you later.